So I knew these holes right here were 1/2 inch, and I knew these bearings had an inside diameter of 5/8. So I got 5/8 nuts, bolts, and washers and lock washers to put it all on. And I realized that I had thrown out my 5/8 drill bit a few days ago because it would hardly scratch the paint on another drilling area. I thought I had a 5/8 bit right here, but it was only a 1/2 inch. It slipped right in there with no problem, so I knew it was only a 1/2 inch. Anyway, because that drill has a 5/8 chuck, and that's a solid shank bit, and the chuck was almost all the way open, and it barely fit in, so I thought it was a 5/8. But anyway, I got some 1/2 inch bolts. They're gonna have a bit of play, but there's not much I can do about it until I get a 5/8 drill bit. So yeah, anyway, first what I gotta do is unbolt the generator from the trailer itself, and that is done with 6 of these 14-inch long by 5/16 shank lag bolts. So I don't know, maybe my little impact will do it, but I may have to get the air impact out. Oh yeah, and I can't use my little MIG welder to weld the nuts on, so you'll get to see me use a Tony stick welder that is covered up right there to weld these on, because this generator right here is the only thing that powers 220, or the only thing that creates 220 volts on pretty much the entire ranch. And my MIG welder, it's currently in the dry van there, has it's a 220 welder, and I'm not gonna risk welding to this thing while it's running. So I guess I'll have to stick weld, but oh well. I'm pretty good at stick welding. Well, that's the lag bolts that were holding the generator on. It's what I had at hand at the time. Surprisingly, that thing took it out. I love this thing. The more I use this thing, the more I love it. I used a 110 volt electric impact to, that's not hot either, surprisingly. But I used a 110 volt electric impact to take it out, or to put him in the first time. I guess taking him out is a bit easier than putting him in, but it's still pretty difficult. And it chews at him for a couple seconds before it finally grabs him. But I'll show you so you know I'm not lying. Another one sunk all the way down. No socket marks on it, except for the one that I just put on there. So, you know that I haven't taken it out yet. Whoops, slipped off. Socket slipped off. Amazing, isn't it? This thing's just the torquiest impact driver I've ever had. I love it. The more I use it, the more I love it. I mean, the shanks, the end is a bit warm, but it's not too hot. Came out pretty slow. The air impacted, do a couple hammers, and clicks, and a couple impacts, I should say, and then boom, shoot me in the eye. Anyway, I gotta unbolt it the rest of the way. This one, when I was putting it in, the socket slipped off there, and now it's stripped, so I'm probably gonna have to use a wrench to start it, which will suck. Well, I got the wheels on. I didn't end up welding anything. If the nuts come loose, then I will weld them on, though. Better turn the gas back on. Had it up like that, so I turned the gas off so it wouldn't leak all the fuel. Anyway, I used a couple U-bolts for the feet up front here. You can just guarantee that someone's gonna come sit down on it, and they're gonna lean their weight mostly on one side, and it'll either push the bolts or push the nuts through the holes, which are pretty much sheet metal holes, or it'll just go like that and kind of twist them over like that. But I figured it's good for now. I might weld a support bar across, just to keep them from going like that, or like that, or like that, or whatever. I had a hammer propped up holding it up, and when I was tightening, I'm glad I didn't have my foot under there. This is the reason I didn't have my foot under there. But while I was tightening that back nut on that back U-bolt, bam, fell down. So, yeah. I think my wheel chocks actually slid a bit. Yeah, I think they slid. But anyway, I gotta air up these tires because they come pretty much flat. And then I have to fabricate a handle. First I need to figure out what bolts fit in the holes. They're probably some silly metric size. You can see there's nuts already welded on the back. I can feel them. So they're probably some silly metric size, so I'm gonna have to look through my hardware and see if I can't find any. So yeah, anyway, I'll be back in a second. This must be my lucky day because I found 4 of the same exact bolts in my parts bin, and the nuts that are welded on the back side are, I'm pretty sure these are 16 or 20, maybe 20 thread per inch bolts. Well, of course, they're probably 16 thread per inch bolts, and it threads in there. I can't believe it. They're 5/16 shank, 1/2 inch head. Probably 1.5 inches or 2 inches long, but they're the perfect size. So, yeah, I'm going to fabricate something that fits those holes and bolt it on with these. I'm pretty excited right now. Alright, just finished cutting it. This is a generator, by the way. It's a lot quieter when it's, I didn't realize how quiet it actually was. But when I did have it, it was mounted so the air blew, or the exhaust blew right here. And I didn't think it really would hurt anything because this is all metal here. But then I took it off and it's a lot quieter when it's not banging up against there. I knew that loudened it just a little bit, but I didn't know how much. Anyway, back to the point. I got this piece of angle iron cut. It's a bit bigger than this piece, but I really don't care. I just center it on there, like that. Drill a couple holes. There's a small gap in there. I'll probably stack some washers there. And then I'll weld some hinges on, probably out a 1/4 inch stake, round off the edges maybe. Then box steel will be my handles, and I'll just use some shoulder bolts to hold the box steel on, and so I can tighten it up all the way, and the box steel is still a bit loose, and they'll just fold down. Then when you pick them up, they rest against this top part, and it holds, and you can move it around. I'm gonna have to fix that with a crescent wrench real quick, and after that I'm probably going to sand this all down and paint it, but I need to get some more paint first because I kind of want it to look somewhat like the generator itself. Kind of like the color of those white wheels on there. Sorry for shaky camera, my hands all jittery from the buzz saw. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get on with it. For those of you who were telling me the other day on YouTube that 18 volt isn't powerful, I just snapped a 1/2 inch drill bit in low speed, so yeah. Tell me 18 volt isn't powerful again. And this isn't even very thick metal. It's only 1/8 inch or maybe 3/16. That's what happens when you buy cheap sawzall or chop saw blades. Didn't even make it all the way through the cut. I'll have to finish it with the torch. This one's a Harbor Freight blade. I can tell by the blue around it and the style of the tag. Don't buy Harbor Freight chop saw blades. They suck. This is not the first encounter I've had with Chinese chop saw blades. Oh well. I didn't get hurt, luckily, but it sure scared me quite a bit. See, kids? Use a torch. Chop saws are dangerous. Torches aren't. Not at all. Alright, since I don't exactly have the desire to get sparks on my camera lens, I'm putting it way over here and I'm going to zoom in. Don't worry, I'll move it so you can actually see the welds. My camera battery is almost toast, so it's not going to last very long. One thing I do like about this camera is the zoom. And if I can get this frickin' tripod to work with me here. There, that's about good. Alright, let's do it. Alright, I ran out of memory, so I had to reposition the camera. So I just got done cleaning up my MIG gun and I'm getting ready to tack that on. Holy crap, my camera battery's almost toast. Well, I better hurry. Okay, wonderful. You got to see the whole thing. Alright, well, my camera battery is 100% toast, so I'm going to have to shut you off. Thanks for watching. I'm going to continue the video when I'm going to make another video of the end result. I'll just finish it off right now and make a video of the end result. Okay, thanks for watching.